Welcome everybody to day 8 of our free Canine Enrichment Challenge. This is Watch and Go. This week we're actually going to sneak a little bit of training in on you guys. So the first thing what we're going to do is have the dog chase food. There's nothing more fun than chasing food. And this goes back to the very first exercise we did with Flick It, where the dog's just focusing on the food as it's moving and chasing it. So we're just getting the dogs moving, having lots of fun. And what you'll start to notice as the dog running back and forth is they'll start to turn and look at you in anticipation of you throwing the next piece of food. And this is the most important behavior that you want to start paying attention to in this behavior sequence, because we're actually going to give it a cue. So I started actually saying go when I was throwing the food. And now as the dog is pausing and looking towards me, I'm saying watch, and then I'm tossing the next treat. And right now, I don't really care how the dog is looking at me. I'm just pausing to make sure the dog is looking at me in some fashion. And I continue to throw the treat back and forth. You'll see a couple times the dog kind of disengages from the game and wanders away. And that's a sign to me that the game became a little less fun for the dog. So you need to balance throwing the treat versus waiting for the dog to look at you. Because when you're pausing and waiting for the dog to look at you, the reinforcement rate, the fun of the game is going down a little bit. And if it goes down too low, the dog isn't going to want to play the game anymore. So you need to balance throwing the treat back and forth with asking or waiting for the dog to look at you. And here I am waiting for the dog to look at me, and then I throw the treat. And so I'm going to start tossing the treat back and forth. I need to keep her rate of fun up. Her rate of reinforcement needs to be very high. And now what we have is we have Karina working a dog. And I'm going to go ahead and be quiet now so that you can hear me coaching Karina through this game. Make sure you post your videos because you might need some feedback on this one, and we'd love to give that to you.
Watch. Yes, watch.
That's okay.
I'm gonna
Keep going, keep going. So after she does one watch, you can go back to just throwing it back and forth to get her back into like happy mode. And you can start saying go when you throw the food.
I'm allowed to talk to her.
Yes.
too,
Uh-huh.
Because I'm like trying to control myself.
No, you're fine. Say go.
Go.
Yes. And go. Go. Good. One more go. Go. Good. Now let's see if after she eats, she looks up at you. Watch and throw.
She looks here.
All right.
Watch.
Yeah, go. And then do another go. Go.
Good girl.
And another go. Go. And then throw in a watch.
Watch. Yes. Good girl.
Good. And then go.
Go.
And go.
Go. Good girl.
Good. And then a watch.
Watch. Go.
Ah, good.
Go. Watch. Go. Watch. Go. Good girl. Watch. Go. Good. Pinch. Go. Watch. Go.
Awesome. Perfect.